Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the morning edition of A Beautiful Life. This week I am doing a Unleash Your Beautiful series. When God says go, you go. I hope you all are off to a great start getting prepared for your work day. So, yesterday we talked about the myth regarding not having enough time and kind of the ways that saying that we don't have time interferes with our self care and our well being. So today I want to talk about the thing that really had me in the chokehold, and that is overthinking, right? It's the silent dream killer. It's the thing that keeps you from moving in purpose, that keeps you from, taking action and doing what's necessary, right? Because when you've got so many thoughts in your mind, so many different things running through, it's hard to take action, right? It's hard to see a dream play out because we're thinking, well, if this goes wrong, if that goes wrong, if I do this, if I do that, then I need to do, like, you're always thinking or looking for an out or a new path, a new direction. And so because of that, we get stuck and we don't move, right? We get some people call it the analysis paralysis or something like that, where because of that fear of taking the steps, we don't move, and so our heart's desires and our goals don't get to come into play, right? That's where the overthinking hurts us, because if you are constantly thinking about the next move, the next step, what's required for your next, then you won't take action. And so that thing, like I said, had me in a chokehold. And that's I'm sharing my story this morning about overthinking. Good morning, beautiful. Another thing that overthinking does, right? Energy is everything. And so when we overthink it, when we continue to have all the things playing out in my mind, like we've got this playbook and that playbook, life causes us to waste our energy, right? Think about when you are always thinking about how to plan something, how to carry it out, you're wasting time and moments just trying to figure it out. Whereas if you just taken the small step forward, then you would have seen, okay, I can do this. And so you take another step and you take another step and you take another step. And now you're moving, right? We talked one night about the perfectionism and how really it is just about making progress or taking small steps. So overthinking causes us to waste a lot more energy than what's required, right? That's where it is a silent dream killer for us, because how many times have you wanted to do something, but because of that fear, because of that just wasted moments, you didn't move, right? That's when sometimes fear of failure can come into play too with overthinking, in that because we think we won't succeed because either we tried it before and it didn't work, or because somebody else was trying to do a similar thing and it didn't work for them, so then it's not going to work for you. But your journey is your journey. You don't know what's going to happen for you. Think about if you have the feel of failure and the overthinking kicks in, change your perspective, in that don't think about the potential fear of the don't think about the potential failure, but think about, okay, if it doesn't work, what did I learn in this process, right? Who did I meet maybe that I didn't meet before? Or who did I realize, or what did I realize that I needed to do in my next steps, in my next journey? What's needed? Right, Teresa. So much thinking and not enough doing. Absolutely. Because the fear of failure, right, causes us to continually overthink. And because of that, we lack the confidence, right? You think, oh, I can't do it. Maybe you've been told all your life you'll never amount to anything. You'll never be this. You'll never be that. And so because of that, the confidence decreased, right? We've picked up these limiting beliefs along the way. Um, and so that causes us to always sit and always reflect and thinking that we have to have this perfect story and plan laid out. Like we have to have a big roadmap. When we're walking in our beautiful and we are just living moment to moment, day by day, right? It doesn't matter if we've got all the steps laid out. It's just a matter, are we taking the step, right? When we say yes to us, when we say yes to our beautiful, are we just moving? And that's what it's all about, because the more you move, the more momentum you gain, the more confidence you pick up. Things take place when you get out of that, oh, this isn't going to work out for me. And I know it's hard because I've lived my life in those limiting beliefs. I've lived in the moment, well, I'm not really sure if they're going to receive me if I use my voice, or who's going to really listen to me. I've been there, still there, to be honest, still there when I question some of the things. But I also know that our dreams come true when we believe in who's called us, when we believe in the purpose. Hey, beautiful, how are you? When we can realize whose assignment we're really doing. So it's not for us. Our purpose, our calling isn't for us. It's for God to get the glory in the end. Good morning, beautiful. Right? So don't let your fear of failure or the potential fear of failure, because that's all it is. It could happen or it couldn't happen. You never know. But don't allow that to get you stuck in a constant place of overthinking, because when you do that, again, you're not going to move and you're not going to take the next step. So let's talk about procrastination. Okay. We're in the 1212 community that I'm in. We are currently in the process of ending our procrastination challenge. And so we've been dealing with how to take the necessary actions and the necessary steps in doing life, right? Procrastination, the first thing I had to do was really sit down and look at, what does procrastination mean for me, right? I know what it is. I know, what they tell you is not taking actions, doing what's necessary. But I had to realize, how does procrastination show up in my life? For me, it was the fear kicking in. I'm not taking action. It's me, picking up little projects. I'm a creative, right? So today I want to bead. Today I want to maybe create candles, or maybe I want to create cups. But my procrastination was starting one project, not finishing it, because I wanted, my attention had shifted to something else. That's what God showed me procrastination was. So I had to now say, if I start a thing, I've got to finish a thing, right? I can't jump from one thing to the other anymore. And that's what God had to show me what procrastination was. Think about, if procrastination has you in a chokehold, right? Think about changing your perspective in that, what steps, what things can I do, just baby steps, right? That would allow me to move forward, that will allow me to stop overthinking about the process. Like if you have this big dream and this big goal, right? We do vision boards, if we still if y'all still do them, but you do a vision board and you see all the things that you want. But do we really take the time to sit down and say, okay, here's my dream, here's my goal, how can I plan it out to get there? And the only way you can do that is to really set some, in work, they talk about SMART goals, the SMART, specific, measurable, I don't remember, attainable, I think. I don't remember what they are. Y'all know them. If y'all on here, y'all know what the SMART stands for. Realistic, and then something timey. But that's how we have to look at our beautiful, and how when we're trying to manifest the dreams and manifest the things that we want, how can we overcome procrastination? And the only way to do that is take small steps. And sometimes you even got it. Let's say you have 5 steps laid out. Sometimes you have to say, okay, step 1 is this, but then part of 1A is this one. Like you have to break them down even further, because when you can break them down, when you can break the procrastination down, you take the overwhelm out of it, because you're not looking at all the 10 different steps. You're just focusing on doing step 1. right? So when you are sitting in the overthinking mode of trying to figure out how can I do this goal? How can I accomplish this? Just focus on step one. Just focus on taking that first step, because when you do that and you can conquer step one, then you're like, okay, God, I'm ready for step two. What's next? And then you get to step two and you overcome that. Okay, I'm ready for step three. Like the more you build the confidence, because now you're moving, right? You're making progress. Um you're doing the thing, right? The overwhelm, the overthinking is now off the table because you're like, I've done this so far. Even think about if you're facing a trial right now, right? And you think, okay, this thing is in my way. There's no way possible that I'm going to be able to do this. Go back and look at what you've been through before, because I'm pretty sure there was something that you faced before, right? There was an obstacle in the way before, but you got through it then. So why do you not think you won't get through it this time? Like, just shift your perspective. Don't allow the overthinking to keep you in that analysis paralysis mode and thinking that you can't do it. Like, no more wasted energy, because you're just focusing on moving one thing at a time, one thought at a time, one step at a time. Last one for today. When we overthink, I already talked about this, but the confidence, right? If we are so focused on the steps and worried about, can I pull this off, our confidence takes a big hit. Our confidence takes a big hit because we think that we can't do it. You think that, okay, I can't do this. Again, back to those limiting beliefs, like somebody still in your ear telling you you can't do it, you couldn't do it as a child, you couldn't, whatever your limiting belief was, right? We've got to silence the limiting beliefs. We have to silence the naysayers. We have to say, to silence, our own thoughts, other people's thoughts. Like, sometimes you just got to be like, listen, not today. Like, put your ear blockers on, do whatever you need to do, because our confidence can no longer take a hit in who we have been created to be. If we can hold on to the fact that we are bold, that we are confident, that we are worthy, that we are capable, that we are worthy, right? When we can claim onto those things that God created us to be, then we are unstoppable. There's nothing that we can't do, right? So don't allow the overthinking to dim your light anymore. Don't allow the overthinking to keep you stuck in from moving and making progress, to procrastinate. Don't allow the overthinking to do that, because there is a way to get out of it, right? We just have to figure out how to quiet. Latanya, you just said it, how to quiet that inner critic. Or Sarisa, you just said it. We have to definitely silence the inner critic. And that's what overthinking is, right? We think about, well, I need to know this, I need to know that, or I can't do it. It's time to stop thinking that, y'all. It's time to release the thing that's kept us from unleashing our beautiful, right? It's time to let go of the overthinking. So that's what today's discussion is in Unleashing Our Beautiful, is that don't allow overthinking to continue being our silent dream killer. You got a purpose, beautiful. You've got a calling on your life. There's something that you have that we need, that the world needs. Leave your beauty mark. Don't allow overthinking to keep you from completing the assignment, from keeping you from completing the goal, the task at hand. Whatever your dream is, whatever your beautiful is, let the world know what it is. Let it know. Let us know. We waiting on you. So, y'all, that's today's little short and sweet discussion on overthinking. Don't allow it to be your silent dream killers anymore. Don't allow that inner critic within you to keep you hostage from fulfilling the call that you have on your life. Because again, we need you. So if you are looking to silence the silent killer, then get ready to join me and some other beautiful women for the No More Excuses Intensive. It's a 5-week intensive on releasing the excuses that have held us hostage. Like it's time to take the knees off the neck, right? It's time to let all that go. So we start not November, Lord. We start September 6th, and I hope you join us on the journey. But listen, today, let that silent dream killer, let the overthinking go because we need your beautiful. Y'all have a great day until tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow. Tonight, we're back to our scheduled normal time for A Beautiful Life as well. But I also am back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern to talk about more of the Unleashing Your Beautiful series. But join me tonight as well. So, y'all have a great, beautiful day. Remember, no more overthinking it. No more allowing the silent dream killer to kill your dreams because you have been created for this moment. I love you all. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.